Getting engaged is a moment worth cherishing. A one-of-a-kind ring that you design at Blue Nile can help your love sparkle. Just choose your diamond and setting. When you've found the one, you'll get it delivered right to your door. Finding the right engagement ring can be nerve-wracking. At Blue Nile, you'll have the expert guidance needed and a diamond guarantee that ensures you're getting the highest quality at the best price. Cherish all of life's moments and save up to 30% at BlueNile.com. That's BlueNile.com.
With threats to our nation waiting around every corner, adaptability is more important than ever. When conditions change without notice, quick strategic thinking is crucial. And with obstacles consistently impending, determination is essential in overcoming them. It's this willingness, decisiveness, and resilience that sets Marines apart. With our fighting spirit, we don't just fight battles, we win them. Marines are the constant our nation counts on to fight the unknown. And through adaptable problem solving, we do just that. Learn more at marines.com.
Jake Knapp is the inventor of the Design Sprint and the New York Times bestselling author of the book Sprint. He's also the co-founder of Character, a venture fund for early-stage startups. How and why did you start using Miro?
I came from this position of thinking, I don't want to be doing stuff online, to thinking now when I do a sprint in person with a company, it's like, we're going to use Miro, even though we're all in the same room, because that's a better way for us to get this work done. As an investor, we're basically investing in their ability to solve problems. We're saying, we think this group of people is going to be able to solve a problem in a really great way and create value by doing it. And actually, you need to give people the tools that can help them make decisions, help them collaborate, help them visualize and see things in a different way. And Miro does all those things. So to me, at least as an investor, I'm thinking, give the team the tools that are going to help them think, that are going to make the most, brighten their skills as smart folks. And Miro is at the top of that list for me.
This is Back on Track from Anything But Footy, the interview series featuring Team GB and Para-GB athletes aiming for Tokyo 2020 in 2021. Our guest in this episode is triathlete Jess Learmonth, who is set to make her Olympic debut in Tokyo after being confirmed on the team alongside Jonny Brownlee, Georgia Taylor-Brown and Vicky Holland. She admitted to being emotional after it was officially announced she would be travelling to Japan.
We had a little press conference and Mark England was speaking, and I don't know, it just really got to me. It's kind of made it more real now, like we found out before, but obviously we've had a weird year and things have been strange, but it's just, I think it's come at a good time for us athletes, just with like the year we've had, and it just makes us more determined and gives us more of a motivation to look for Tokyo 2021 now.
Because normally you would be celebrating with your teammates, there'd be a big press conference, there'd be lots of journalists, everyone would be banging on your door trying to interview you. And basically you're now just sat at home.
Yeah, it actually suits me, you know. I'm quite happy about that. And also, I've never experienced it before, so as far as I'm aware, this is what happens in the Olympic Games. We sit in our dining rooms and just chat on Zoom for a bit, but yeah, it's slightly different. It'll be especially different for Vix and Jonny, who've already been before, whereas me and G are all new to it. So yeah, it is strange, but it seems the norm now.
Let's look at the timeline of today, the day that we record. You get named officially in the team, and then you have a bit of a break before you speak to us where you go out and do a bike ride, and you describe your year as being weird. Just how weird has it been?
I guess, yeah, it has been weird, but maybe not as weird as some other people. Like, there's been obviously a lot of people affected by this year. But the main thing really has been weird being in Leeds for so long. I mean, I'm quite happy at that, but yeah, we don't often spend that long at home. So it's been a weird year that we're not travelling all over the place. And although we did race a few times towards the end of the year, the majority of the time we've literally been at home. So it's been quite nice, and like I can't really complain because I've been going out on the bike and it's like going out on Christmas Day, you know, there's no traffic. So I feel really bad, like enjoying it, because it is actually been, in parts, quite good. But obviously I know that it's really not good for some people. So I always have that in mind. But yeah, it is a weird year, but it's just gone so fast. I don't know about you, but I just can't believe this year has literally flown by. It's mad.
And I guess you're quite lucky, as you say, you've been in Leeds, because Leeds and the wider Yorkshire area provides you with literally everything you need, doesn't it, as far as being an elite triathlete is concerned?
Yeah. As far as I'm concerned, it's perfect. I mean, yeah, it's got everything. The terrain, got a great setup in Leeds with the Brownlee Centre. Get access to all the council pools and the university pools. So we're pretty set up, to be honest. And my partner John, in lockdown, his project was building me a gym in the garden. So I've now also got a gym literally at home. So I don't think I'll be going away. I'm pretty set in Leeds, to be honest. And I actually think I will, like leading up to Turkey. I don't think I might nip away occasionally if there's a bit of snow on the ground, but I think I'm going to stay here until Tokyo.
Did he complete the gym?
He's nearly, it's pretty much
so
done.
So you're the reason why we're having lockdown too?
Yeah, that's right, yeah, basically. So he can do the finishing touches, you see. So sorry about that, gang, but John's got to finish the gym.
In all seriousness, in 2019 you had a brilliant year with a silver in the World Final in Lausanne, the mixed relay silver medal, second place for Great Britain as well. It must be then really frustrating, because you're in such good form, to have 2020 the way it's been.
Yeah, definitely. Especially when you get into a role, and a lot of athletes strive off racing. Every race you improve, and especially me coming into the sport late. I say late, but I feel like I've been in triathlon for a long time now. But every year I kind of try and progress and work on weaknesses and things like that. So to have a year where you don't do that, it's quite strange. But for me, I was quite proud in how it was very difficult, because obviously we didn't have access to physio or anything like that. And also when we race, we taper and then recover. So the training kind of goes up and down. But obviously with none of that, we kind of had a constant training. And I'm just quite glad that I was able to stay injury free. John became my physio. We did a lot of Zooming. So it took me about 30 minutes before I'd go out on a run, because I had to do loads of pre-running stuff due to trying to stay injury free. So all that's kind of, you've learned from that, and I feel like there is positives out of it.
So were you able to access any of the facilities at the Brownlee Centre, both in terms of sort of personnel and the physical facilities there this year?
Yeah, we were once we were out of the main lockdown, but when we first went into the part 1 lockdown, we didn't have any pool access for 8 or 9 weeks, especially in Leeds. We had eventually had pool access in Loughborough, but obviously us athletes in Leeds, our pools didn't open until I think maybe a week or 2 weeks before the Hamburg race. So we were doing a lot of open water swimming. I was doing it in St Aidan's here, and a bit of river swimming, which is obviously John got a pumped up kayak, so he was coming with me in the river, because obviously it's a bit dangerous. But obviously that time of year it's fine. But we're quite lucky this time, part 2 lockdown, we've got access to pool space, which is a great help, because I really wouldn't fancy the rivers at the minute. I think the depth has gone from 0.5 when we were swimming it to 4 metres, and obviously it's flowing ridiculous. I don't know, I'd end up downstream somewhere.
So they've not let you go and have a dip in Roundhay at all?
No. I think people were rebelling it. I heard on the grapevine people were rebelling it, but I didn't go in.
The big omission from the team selection is the name of 2-time Olympic gold medalist Alistair Brownlee. Whilst the Olympic champion didn't meet the selection criteria, he could still be named.
There's no ruling him out, so even though he's not been announced now, it doesn't mean that obviously he's not going. No one can rule out Al, and he's been getting back into a bit of ITU racing recently, and he's pretty much got a focus, I think, on Tokyo. So it is a bit strange, but it just means that it might be a bit later announcing, or definitely not a no. So it's not that strange, if you know what I mean. But I think he'll have his sights on Tokyo.
You mentioned earlier, Jess, obviously you're a debutante, the first Olympic Games. How then is it good to have experienced athletes, medal winners alongside you like Vicky Holland and Johnny Brownlee?
Yeah, massively. I mean, I've learned a lot off them already, even without going to the Olympics, just at races, their inputs. And I was able to join Vix and Non in 2016. say 115, at the pre-Rio training camp. So like I learned a lot from them, even just leading up to the race. So especially those two, because they've not only been, they've medals as well. So it's quite handy to have her there. And it was very similar in the Commonwealth Games, which was my first major games. I was sharing a room with Vix, and she's literally so knowledgeable. I always ask her everything. You ask Vicky, I always message her all the time because she's just like the guru.
She does like to chat, doesn't she?
Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Just ask her one thing and that's off. She goes, she tells me everything. I'm sorted.
This is quite early, if you like, to announce this team. So what happens between now and Tokyo 2020 in the summer of 2021? What's the schedule? What's the plan?
Well, now I'm selected, that's it. I'm just going to... Well, I would have gone on holiday and just enjoyed myself, but I can't because of lockdown. So I think I might... No, I think I'm going to train, be prepared. And the thing is with Tokyo, it's going to be hot. And obviously I'm going to be in Leeds. So a lot of the prep will be making sure we're ready for the heat, which is played into our hands now that we're able to concentrate on that. I'll participate in, I'll do some early doors races, the World Series, just leading up to it, but making sure that the main aim will be Tokyo and being ready for the heat and everything like that, and making sure I'm injury-free, really.
Jess Learmonth, officially named by Team GB for the Olympics. This is the series where we speak to Team GB and Para-GB athletes preparing for Tokyo 2020 in 2021. You've been listening to Back on Track from Anything But Footy.
Sports Social Podcast Network.
It is Ryan here, and I have a question for you. What do you do when you win? Like, are you a fist pumper, a woohooer, a hand clapper, a high fiver? I kind of like the high five, but if you want to hone in on those winning moves, check out Chumba Casino. At ChumbaCasino.com, choose from hundreds of social casino-style games for your chance to redeem serious cash prizes. There are new game releases weekly, plus free daily bonuses, so don't wait. Start having the most fun ever at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.